Welcome back to Best Futuristic Gadgets. Wild is a specific standard. These 10 meet it. A full-scale, pilotable mecha robot that moves with biological fluidity, a tank that runs on electricity and hits 100 kilometers per hour, a backpack that flies you, and a submarine watercraft that breaches the surface at 50 miles per hour like a living animal. 10 machines. No caveats. No, it's a concept. All of them real, all of them wild. Number 1. You've seen humanoid robots take careful steps in controlled environments. You've seen quadruped robots navigate outdoor terrain. You have not seen anything like the Unitree Robotics GD01. This is a full-scale, pilotable mecha robot, and the word mecha is not being used loosely. The GD01 is a vehicle-scale, bipedal robot that an operator controls from inside or remotely, standing at a height that puts it in an entirely different physical category from every other robot that's ever been publicly demonstrated. The locomotion system is the engineering achievement that makes everything else possible. Articulated legs with dynamic balance control that handles uneven terrain, inclines, and real-world surfaces with a biological-looking fluidity that the mechanical engineering behind it makes feel genuinely impossible. It doesn't lumber. It moves with coordinated, purposeful intention. Remote operation provides full spatial awareness through camera and sensor feedback, a presence experience close enough to inhabiting the machine that the distinction between operator and robot begins to blur in sustained use. Industrial-scale operations, emergency response, entertainment, the kind of large-scale physical tasks that human bodies and conventional machinery both have limitations around. Science fiction gave us giant mecha robots for generations. Unitree built one, and it works exactly the way the films promised it would. Number 2. In 2016, an aircraft flew around the planet without burning a single drop of fuel. The Solar Impulse 2 is that aircraft, and what it proved has been rewriting aviation's assumptions ever since. 17,000 solar cells covering the wings and fuselage, 4 electric motors, a battery system storing enough solar energy captured during daylight to sustain flight through complete darkness. Bertrand Piccard and André Borschberg flew it across oceans, over mountain ranges, through weather systems across 6 continents, completing the first solar circumnavigation in the history of powered flight. The airplane isn't a commercial product, it's a proof, the kind that changes what engineers believe is achievable and what investors believe is worth funding in sustainable aviation. Before Solar Impulse 2, solar aviation was theoretical. After, it was historical, and the technology it demonstrated is finding its way into every solar electric aircraft development program that followed. Number 3. A tank. Electric, hitting 100 kilometers per hour. The Ripsaw M5 is all 3 simultaneously, and the combination redefines what a tracked military vehicle is capable of. How Technologies built the Ripsaw as a high-speed unmanned ground vehicle, a fully electric drive system delivering the instant torque that makes the performance figures possible, with a tracked platform that handles terrain that would stop any wheeled vehicle at any speed. The electric drive architecture provides another tactical advantage beyond speed, significantly reduced acoustic and thermal signature compared to combustion-powered armored vehicles, making the M5 harder to detect with the sensor systems that conventional tracked vehicles betray themselves to. Tanks were slow, loud, and fuel-dependent. The Ripsaw M5 changed all 3 in one electric platform that runs faster than most cars. Number 4. Most off-road vehicles go where roads don't. The SHERP N1200 goes where other off-road vehicles stop and treats the difference as irrelevant. Swamps, rivers, deep snow, steep boulder fields, open water. The SHERP navigates through all of them because its engineering doesn't acknowledge the category boundaries that conventional vehicles accept as operational limits. The massive low-pressure tires function as both wheels on land and flotation devices on water. No conversion, no preparation, no different mode. The vehicle transitions from terrain to water to terrain again as continuous, uninterrupted movement. Onboard tire pressure management adjusts inflation while moving, optimizing ground contact for whatever surface is coming next before it arrives. Self-inflating capability from the drivetrain means tire pressure is always matched to conditions without stopping. 1,200 kilograms of payload capacity brings serious equipment along for the transit, for oil field access, Arctic operations, search and rescue, and every industrial application where the limitation has always been getting there. The SHERP N1200 doesn't negotiate with terrain. It simply continues, whatever is in the way. Number 5. The name alone tells you this isn't an ordinary side-by-side. The Segway Powersports Supervillain SX20 is a hybrid electric off-road UTV that combines combustion power with electric drive in a platform built for the kind of off-road performance that earns a name like Supervillain without irony. The hybrid powertrain delivers the best of both worlds: electric torque response for immediate, precise power delivery from a standstill, and combustion range extension for the expeditions where all electric vehicles run out of runway before the trail does. The SX20's performance numbers match its name: power output that handles aggressive off-road terrain at speeds that demand the long travel suspension and serious braking systems Segway built into the platform. This isn't a recreational crawler. It's a machine built for drivers who push hard and need the vehicle to push back harder. Segway built their reputation for personal mobility. The Supervillain SX20 built a different kind of reputation, for drivers who want performance as wild as the name suggests. Number 6. Every personal flight device requires you to get into something. The CopterPack Gen 3 straps to you and takes off from wherever you're standing. Twin electric rotors in a rigid backpack frame, sub-20-kilogram total weight, vertical lift from a device you wear rather than a vehicle you board. The Gen 3 refinements deliver extended flight time, improved thrust efficiency, and a harness system that distributes load and maintains center of gravity alignment through the full flight envelope, making the experience feel controlled rather than precarious. Control maps to natural body movement, the pilot's weight shifts and physical inputs translating to attitude changes with electronic stability assistance preventing overcorrection. Helicopters require a machine you climb into. The CopterPack requires a harness you put on, and then you leave the ground from exactly where you're standing. Number 7. This is not a vehicle. This is a human being who became an aircraft. The Zapata Flyboard Air, a carbon fiber wing worn on the back powered by 5 jet turbines, makes its pilot a self-propelled flying object capable of speeds exceeding 160 kilometers per hour at altitudes above 3,000 meters. No cockpit, no seat, no frame. Just a board, turbines, and your body acting as the fuselage, the control surface, and the pilot simultaneously. You lean to turn, you shift weight to ascend. The machine responds to your body with a sensitivity that makes the flight feel physical rather than operated. Frankie Zapata crossed the English Channel on this: 22 miles of open water, jet-powered, standing upright at altitude. If that single achievement doesn't establish what the Flyboard Air is capable of, nothing will. The training is demanding, the experience is exclusive, but the Flyboard Air isn't here to be accessible. It's here to show what's possible when a human decides that flying, really flying, with nothing between you and the sky, is worth everything it takes to get there. Number 8. Every robot before this one chose a body plan: bipedal or quadrupedal, humanoid or animal. The Robotics Centaur chose both. A quadrupedal lower body, providing the stability, speed, and terrain capability of a 4-legged platform. A fully articulated humanoid upper body, with arms and hands capable of meaningful manipulation tasks. Both working together simultaneously, the robot moving like a quadruped and working like a humanoid at the same time. The engineering challenge of coordinating 8 limbs across 2 fundamentally different locomotion systems is exactly as difficult as it sounds, and Robotics solved it with a unified control architecture that treats the full body as a single system. The result? covers ground at quadruped speed while maintaining the upper body stability for precision arm tasks in motion, carrying loads across terrain while operating tools, working at a pace no bipedal platform achieves. Mythology imagined the Centaur for thousands of years. Run Robotics built one, and it works. Number 9. Weed control has always been a choice between labor intensity and chemical dependency. The LaserWeeder G2 eliminated both options and replaced them with physics. This is an autonomous agricultural robot that moves through crop rows and eliminates individual weeds using targeted laser pulses, identifying each weed with computer vision at the individual plant level, targeting it with a precise burst of focused light energy, and destroying it without chemicals, without physical disruption of the soil, and without touching the surrounding crop plants. The precision is the specification that defines the category, the ability to eliminate a weed growing millimeters from a crop plant without affecting the crop. That level of targeting precision requires both the AI vision system to identify the weed correctly and the laser delivery system to fire accurately at that identification, both working together at agricultural operating speeds. Coverage rates that scale commercially, enough throughput to make laser weeding economically viable rather than a demonstration technology. Herbicides controlled weeds for generations because nothing else worked at scale. The LaserWeeder G2 works at scale and uses light instead of chemistry. Number 10. Boats stay on the water, submarines stay under it. The Seabreacher X treats both surfaces as equally irrelevant to where it actually wants to be. A two-person semi-submersible watercraft shaped and engineered after a shark, a vessel that dives below the surface, builds speed underwater, breaches explosively into open air, and re-enters in a continuous dynamic performance that no other watercraft category produces or comes close to replicating. The hydrodynamic hull generates lift as speed increases, the same principle that allows it to breach the surface and become briefly airborne at speeds approaching 50 miles per hour on the water. Underwater, articulating pectoral fins provide pitch and roll control with a responsiveness that makes the sub feel piloted with the precision of a performance aircraft. The fully enclosed cockpit with clear canopy gives the pilot visibility underwater, through the breach, and in the air, a complete spatial awareness of a vehicle operating simultaneously in 3 physical states. For aquatic performance, marine entertainment, and anyone who has ever wanted to know what piloting a living animal through water actually feels like, the Seabreacher X is the watercraft that no category existed for before it was built, because no category needed to exist until someone built this. Thanks for watching Best Futuristic Gadgets. Subscribe and stay upgraded.